Hey guys, so my name's Adriana Miranda and I'll be talking to you guys today about my application paper, and the terms I went over was heterosexualism, social adjustment motives, and cross-racial identification. So for today I picked cross-racial identification as the one I'll be identifying through video, and so I'm going to go over the definition of this key term, tell the story or the research I did for this for my illustration, and then talk about the concept of how it correlates together, the my experience in the concept together. So I'm also go over my thoughts about the issue. So first off, cross-racial identification defines in the text. If you want to follow along, it's on page 581, and it says this term comes from chapter 3. So it defines as the finding that people have difficulty drawing distinctions between members of other ethnic groups. So with the research I did, I also found that, and the reading I did, I also found that this can happen between your own ethnic group, and so many other ethnic groups. So for me, being Hispanic, it is hard for certain Mexicans to tell each other apart because there's different kind of Mexicans and different kind of like Latino people and Hispanic. It's your identity. So we sometimes can look alike, but then we don't look alike. So I think that it happens within other ethnic groups as well. So that's the definition. Um, so for my experience, I did look up a YouTube video to try to do some more research on this concept, and I found this video by Wilking Brutus, which he talks about East Asians look alike. And in this video, he talks about the cross-racial identification as the cross-racial bias or the cross-racial effect. So it's the same term that he goes over for cross-racial identification. They all mean the same. So in his video, he said that East Asians look alike, yes, and East Asians look alike, no, because in some cases, some people might say they all Asians look alike, and that's a stereotype that is untrue because not all Asians look alike. And maybe for an individual that hasn't been exposed to that culture, then or other cultures within Asia or other cultures within Korea, they are not the same. So not all Asians look alike. So he said in his video that there are two types of processing between faces. There's futural and holistic. So futural basics, the features, the color of your skin, the color of your hair, the color of your eyes. So those are futural. So the holistic part of it is like the body language. It's the language between the people and the group dynamics. So like they can act differently within their groups, and that's how you can tell them apart. But we can't identify this when we're not exposed to it or their culture, the ethnic groups. So this is where this term draws a line. So I don't want to just talk about East Asians. He in the video he also explained that African Americans do not all look alike, and they are not all from Africa. So you can have someone that's dark skinned and have blonde hair, and they could be from Africa. So I'm just saying, giving that example, these examples to say that only through exposure we can fully understand different ethnic groups. And um, through through watching all these videos and reading about cross-racial identification, you can only understand that we have to be trained to identify other ethnic groups. And through, I say trained, but you have to be exposed. That'd be a better term to say. You have to be exposed to these ethnic groups to tell them apart. So only through exposure can we truly identify between different ethnic groups. So now I want to say so how the concept and the scenario goes together hand in hand. So in life, we all have a difficulty distincting between different ethnic groups, and saying what other people are ethnically. So without discriminating against other ethnic groups, we can just expose ourselves and ask, or just understand, so that we can truly identify others, because it's not just, it doesn't happen within the same culture, and doesn't happen between opposing cultures or other ethnic groups. It happens all the time. So it is an issue when someone just puts a label on someone, but I believe that I agree with the video that we do have a problem distinguishing between members of other ethnic groups, but if we expose ourselves, we can fix the issue and break barriers and distinguish between other races in society today. Thank you. I hope you liked my video, and I hope I did well.